Good Monday morning, everyone. Hope everybody had a great weekend. We had a great LTS on Saturday. Well, it was great for us. Maybe for some of you it wasn't so great. I really apologize about the internet signal. I don't know, over the last few months it's been great, but this last Saturday it wasn't that great. Had a lot of choppiness in and out, and then we didn't have the camera for the YouTube video set quite right, so a lot of the time when I was carving this, you couldn't see what the bit was doing. That's totally my fault. I didn't have the camera set right for Dad to be able to focus in on what I was doing, and then my camera skills weren't that great on what he was doing. So not Vicky's fault at all. It's totally my fault. So I will make adjustments and get better at that. So anyway, this was the sign that I carved. I carved about half of this, I think, actually on the LTS. But one thing I wanted to talk about in regards to this is redwood. And you haven't seen me carve redwood, this 1x redwood, very much because I didn't have it available to me. Here's the deal on that. This cedar that Dad went down and got at Lowe's, he went down and got this stuff, got 25 sticks. Well, you can't see it, but the top of the wall isn't completely done. Up above this isn't completely done. So I told him I needed about 6 or 8 more pieces. So he ran down and picked some stuff up for me, some more cedar, and he brought it back. And I said, Dad, it doesn't look like the other stuff. And he said, well, that was in the cedar bin. Well, as it turns out, Lowe's, our Lowe's here in Bullhead City now carries redwood fencing, which they never did before. And check this stuff out. And I told him, he bought like, I don't know, 10 or 12 boards, and they've never had this before. So my point is, so this Jameson sign, and I don't know exactly what the price is, but I know that it's thicker than the cedar. I know it carves just as good, if not better, than the cedar. And this sign is the one that I carved this out of that stuff. And I've got another one here that I'm going to show as well. My point for even bringing this up is that sometimes... You're right. No worries. Sometimes you just have to understand that you won't always have exactly the same stuff. So get used to the idea that you might have to change materials. Now it turns out, if this redwood, I haven't been down there yet, but if they have a bunch of this redwood and it's anywhere near the same price as the cedar, I'm going to switch over to the redwood just simply because it's thicker, it's easier to work with, it doesn't cup as much because it's not as thin. And so you have to be flexible and available to what you have available to you. So and just because wherever you buy your material, just because that's what they carry right now doesn't mean they're always going to carry that. Everything's always changing. In fact, a month ago when Dad and I and Vicky were over in California, we went to Lowe's over there. Ryan had a completely different sets of materials available to him that we have out here. So and that could always change. If they don't carry it, you know, you've got to use what you have available. So my whole point on this is just keep an open mind on what you have available to you, because that may be changing at any point. And so I'm always looking, and that's how I found the stuff that I found, is the fact that I'm always just kind of looking for different materials to carve. So that's the first thing I wanted to say. The second thing is I did some experimentation with that one-shot paint that I've been using. And by the way, there'll be a clip at the end of this for a new collaboration with Punished Props. I was really happy with the way the paint worked on that as well. You'll see that right at the end of this video. But what I did was I carved this, again, that same material. This is that redwood. And I carved this. This has got 5 coats of Minwax Helmsman spar urethane. And so what I did was I painted these letters when it was unfinished. And then I finished the thing with 5 coats, and then I painted the letters on top. So this is with the paint underneath the finish, and this is with the paint on top of the finish. Now what really surprised me, and you guys know I've said this many times, is I always put the paint on top. And the main reason I've always put the paint on top is because, especially with this spar urethane, because it has an amber color, it makes white into yellow. Well, it certainly did not do that here. Now, these aren't brush coats. This is just the spray can. But I didn't see any sense that the white is really any much different than the white here, which is on top of the finish. So that really surprised me. So I'm, kind of playing around with this stuff, and I've got possibly a new finishing process that I'm going to start this next week, and I'll fill you guys in on that, on how that works out. So anyway, this is the paint underneath the spar urethane. This is the paint on top. What do I like better? To be very honest with you, it's about the same. And they say that on this one shot that it lasts better if it's underneath the finish. So I may start doing paint on raw wood and then putting the finish on over the top. The big reason that I've never done it before with the spar urethane is because on white it turns it yellow, but it doesn't. Babe, can you see any difference in the colors between the under and the over? I really can't. So so that's not even an issue with this stuff anymore. And again, this is not brush on. I'm going to try, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this board and I'm going to brush coat some spar urethane coat on the top of it. So I did the same, I did that on this side, and then on this side, this is the, I did the same experiment with the Krylon Crystal Clear. And again, that I'm not surprised that the under looked the same as the over. So again, when it was bare wood, I painted these letters, then I put my finish on, then I painted these letters. Pretty much the same. So from what I understand, this one shot works better on bare wood than it does on top of finish. It doesn't stick as well on top of finish. So I may go back and rethink all of that and do my painting before I put my finish on. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you guys. Again, I'm really shocked about this one not yellowing. But again, I'm going to put a brush coat on this thing and see if it still stays as white with a brush coat on top. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. Sign carvers of the day. Here we go. We have Robert Gillespie. This one's really cool. It's a combination sign and wine glass holder. So it has wine glasses on top and shot glasses on the bottom. You can wine or take your shots.
Very cute.
Yeah, it is very cool. So great job on that, Robert. And now we have Bill Robs. Or it might be Robes. That I'm not sure. I think it's Robs. Now he used to do all of these. These are obviously addresses. He used to do all of these with a chisel and mallet. Then he found us and got our bits, and now you can imagine how much time that saves him.
Is that like a
I think what it is, I think it's a post, an address numbers on a post for a property. I believe that's what it is. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, great job, you guys. That's really cool. So yeah, the router works quite a bit faster than the chisels and the mallets. That is it for that. Again, we announced on the LTS. Well, first of all, you'll see that clip of the punished props. I want to thank the people over at Punished Props for letting me do that that collaboration with them. I was really happy with the way it came out, and they should have it just about any time now. So thanks again, you guys. And then, oh yeah, on the LTS we announced that we are possibly doing a seminar class in October. So go back and check the LTS on that. We don't have a date yet, and let us know if that's something that you guys are interested in. So we want to kind of judge that and get that set. If we're going to do it, we'd like to get that set within the next month or so. And then again, a meetup in Seattle on July 20th, 2:30 to 5:30 on July 20th at Seattle Airport, because Dad and I are flying to Alaska to do some fishing. So let us know on that. If you guys, we've already had a couple people that are interested in meeting with us, so we're excited about that, meeting some of you guys if you're in the Seattle area. So that is about it. So stay tuned for this clip, and thanks again, guys. On Wednesday, we're going to do a big sign carvers of the day. So hope you guys all have a great week, and we'll see you on Wednesday. Bye-bye. Hey guys, all right, so I'm doing a little video here. This is on a new collaboration I got with from Bill and Brittany Doran. They have a big channel called Punished Props, and I approached them and they said, yeah, they'd love to have a sign. So I made them, this is their logo.
Let me zoom in and put it down just a little.
And they do, they got a really cool channel. If you guys are into making stuff, they are really into video games and cosplay, which whatever that is, I admit I really don't know, but they do these costume stuff. So that's their logo. So what I did was I printed it out. I used Rapid Resizer. I printed it out, and obviously this is backwards, so that I taped this on the board, used the lacquer thinner, and Vicky actually printed this out on a laser printer and transferred it on the board, and here's the finished product. So, and I used the colors on this are the One Shot that I've been using lately, and I really like it. It's really a neat paint for doing wood signs. But anyway, I was really happy with the way it came out. I'm going to be shipping it off tomorrow, and I thought, well, I'm going to make a little video and show you guys, and it was fun to make. So anyway, Bill and Brittany, thank you so much for letting me make this for you. I kind of dig your guys' channel. You guys do some really amazing stuff, and they've got, gosh, I think they've got almost as many videos or maybe more than what we do. So anyway, guys, thanks again, and keep doing your thing out there. Thank you. Bye.